Yo, what up, everyone? I'm gonna go ahead and start this live stream just for the sake of the people that may come in afterwards. I know it's late back in the States right now. As you guys can see, it's daylight where I'm at. The sun is bright, bro, so I'm trying to like rotate the chair over here. Um, yeah, for those of you who saw my post, I made a post in the community page, um, you know, basically explaining why I haven't been live lately. Been going through a lot of stuff. For those of you who didn't see the post, I basically lost a couple of people that were really close to me. One guy who is in the industry that I work in. He's a trainer himself. He was in a bad accident with his wife. He went back in the states, and it happened back in the states. And then a military buddy of mine, somebody I served with, was battling with PTSD, and then ultimately overdosed on some drugs, man. And it's just been really tough on me, especially during the holiday season. And it really made me start to realize certain things, in regards to like not everybody's tough, not everybody's strong enough to get through these tough times that people go through, man. And I always wish that I can always do something more, something better. But yeah, man. If you guys ever know anybody that's struggling through anything, man, make sure you reach out. And if you're struggling yourself, man, reach out to people, man. Reach out, talk about it. Talk about it, man, for real. Um, some trying to get these comments up, man. I'm usually up, I'm usually on my laptop, got my mic and got my whole setup, man. It's hard to read these comments um, on my phone. Some GU, man, what's good, bro? Thanks for dropping by, man. Expert genius, salute, man. Good to see you, man. Thank you for dropping by, and thank you for your condolences, man. Omega Red, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I'm talking about, man. I know you're a veteran yourself, so you know how it is, man. Like, we go through a lot of shit. You know, a lot of people don't realize how much shit we go through, and it affects you mentally, man. Especially when you're trying to transfer back into civilian life, and people can't adapt, people can't adjust. You know what I mean? People just can't adjust, and VA don't do shit. Counselors don't do shit. Uh, try to see a psychiatrist, a therapist. They don't do shit. All they want to do is give you a bunch of drugs. They get hit up on these antidepressants, Xanax, anti-anxiety pills. Just go downhill, man. I'm lucky that I got out. I got out of the States, man. I started traveling, started seeing the world, and just kind of like did my own path for myself, man. That's why I'm always like telling people, you got to make a path for yourself, man. You stop allowing other people to dictate how you move in life. It's your life. You make the rules. You make the rules, man. And anybody out there, like, if you're trying to get away, trying to have a holiday, just trying to take a break, take a breather from all the stuff that's going on, I understand out in the States it's crazy. You got bills to pay, car payments, mortgage, rent, trying to eat, it's overwhelming. Hit me up. Hit me up. Anybody's got a place to stay. Like, this is family for me. Everybody who subscribed to this channel, it's family for me. You guys hit me up, man. Always got a place to stay. Real talk. Always got a place to stay. Expert genius. Exactly. Exactly. I I got stories, man, crazy stories, bro. Like, I'm not gonna get into it right now, but that's why I set up my other channel. Uh, the Eternal Beast podcast, and that's where I'm really gonna talk about this stuff, man, because I really feel like it needs to go, and it really needs to get out there. It really needs to get out there. These messages, man, from these veterans who've like seen these things. So Y'all look forward to that. If you haven't subscribed to that, make sure you guys subscribe to that other channel of mine. But look, you guys saw the title of the video, man. I don't want to go off on a tangent too long. I start talking about it, I start getting emotional, man. So try to switch gears. Not easy to do, but look, I'm just sitting here, man, chilling. Got my gym work, got my food here, and I'm browsing through YouTube trying to catch up because I haven't been on YouTube for a while. I got a lot of catching up to do. I know Drew Titan's out there dropping vids, 78 out there dropping vids, a lot out there dropping vids, BFTB. I got a lot of catching up to do, but so I'm browsing through, right, and I see, of course, all this stuff about Jake Paul and Woodley. And to be honest with you, man, I'm just sick of it, bro. Like, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the Jake Paul, Logan Paul bullshit, like, flowing through my feeds, man. Like, rather it's Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, whatever it is. I don't really mess with Facebook anymore, but you guys know what I mean, right? It's just everywhere. And just sick of seeing it, right? So my thing is this. I don't know if you guys know this, but in the last fight, I got some confirmation that in the last fight between Paul and Woodley, Paul made Woodley sign, or it was part of the contract saying that he couldn't get knocked out. And it was a non-disclosure agreement, which means that Woodley's not able to, like, speak about that clause in the contract. So there was a clause in the contract saying that Woodley wasn't allowed to knock out Jake Paul. All right, this is what I'm talking about. And this is why I'm like, why would anybody want to defend this dude? Why does anybody want to defend Jake Paul? Like, oh, he's bringing something new to boxing. You're making dudes sign a contract with the clause in it saying that you can't get knocked out? Then it's not a fight, then, is it? It's not a fight. It's a joke. So now I got word that this rematch coming up here on, what is it, Sunday, that Woodley can knock his ass out. Now it's not in the contract. Now Woodley can try to put his ass to sleep. Can he do it? Now we know that Jake Paul's been out there training for Tommy Fury. He already faced off once against Woodley. I thought watching the fight, and I live streamed the shit out of that fight, by the way. Ain't no way I'm paying my hard-earned money to watch that bullshit, and I'm gonna live stream it again. You best believe it. But when I watched the first one, I thought, why is Woodley playing with this dude? I thought that he was holding back, and now it makes sense because he wasn't allowed to knock the dude out, so he ain't trying to unload on him. I think Tyron Woodley's in good shape, and I think that if it's not in the contract anymore, he's gonna let his hands go. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. And I watch it just for the sake of watching Jake Paul get put to sleep. That's the only reason why I'm gonna watch it. Otherwise, there's other fights out there. Another thing that I want to say that now that I'm on here, I just want to check these. See, I'm not. See, man, when I do this stuff on the phone, man, I'll be missing these chats. It's Dancing with the Stars. Facts. I see you with the reggaeton in the background. Oh, bro, like, that's the life right there. That's the life right there, bro. I always tell people, man, travel the world, right? I've been to crazy raves, like EDM parties. I've been to like crazy, like hip hop. I've been to everything, old school hip hop, new, like everything. But there's just nothing that compares to a real Latin party, Latin vibe, bro. Like some of my best memories is in a club with Latin music. I met some like beautiful women, cool ass people. You get involved in the community of like Latin dancers. And if you about that life, you pick up that Spanish too. There's a little a little feather in your cap. So, I know some of y'all will be liking that hip hop. I feel you. You like the hip hop. Hip hop to me, like I'm old school. Hip hop for me is like I'm chilling at home, smoke a blunt, whatever the case may be. I like to hear lyrics. I like underground shit, like Immortal Technique type shit. That's just me personally. But if I'm gonna go out, it's about that reggaeton, right? It's about that salsa, bachata, merengue. That's what it's about. That's how you connect with people right there. Big Dog Will in the building. What's good, bro? Yeah, man. Good to see you, bro. Omega Red, man. You know, you remember back. You know what I'm talking about, man. It's just different now. Vano's crew clips, yeah, bro. I'm trying to keep the volume low because you know YouTube they be listening. They be trying to shut down my stream. So I gotta be careful. I got the volume down real low. But Omega, bro, you know what I'm talking about, man. It was when back when we were like 18, 19, 20 back in the day, man, in the military, clubbing was just different back then, man. It's just different. Um, Expert Genius, he had a clause like that. Yep. Yep. And I got proof. I got proof, bro, that that there was a clause in the contract saying that Woodley can't knock him out. Jake Paul, that is. I got proof of that shit. But I also heard that in this rematch, it's not in the clause because Woodley he wouldn't accept the second time. I think the first time he accepted it, probably reluctantly, but he accepted it because he's trying to get paid. Well, let's be real. He was just trying to get paid, and he got paid. Like Woodley got paid nice, so he signed that contract. But I think this time he said, "Nah." Like Tommy Fury bailed out, and if you want me to come back in for that rematch, then we're gonna run it back for real. And I'm gonna get paid too. I'm gonna get paid, and we're gonna run it back for real. Like I'm gonna knock you out this time. And I haven't watched any of the press conferences. I haven't watched none of that shit. I haven't watched any, nothing. I don't care. Every time Jake Paul opens his mouth, I want to punch him in the face. I just can't. I can't take it. I can't listen to him talk. The dude is just arrogant. The dude is just so arrogant, man. He needs to be slapped. I can't take it. So I'm not watching none of that. And all I'm doing, man, is tuning in for that little main event just to see if Jake Paul gets slept. And if he does, I'm going to celebrate that shit. And it's nothing personal against him. I mean, he's just annoying. I think he's arrogant. But the thing is that I think he puts a bad look on boxing. And boxing has enough problems to deal with, man. Boxing has enough shit that they got to deal with corrupt judges and referees and all this other shit. We got enough stuff that we got to handle out here. We don't need no Jake Pauls trying to taint the sport by putting on these dumbass exhibitions. And not only that, you're trying to make people sign contracts saying they can't knock you out. Because in your head, you're like, well, money talks. I pay you a certain amount, you'll sign the contract. And it's not a fight then, is it? Omega Red says the club scenes overseas is way different than how the club's here now. Bro, I don't know if you ever made it to like Asia, but Hong Kong used to be lit. Hong Kong used to be lit. Of course, I was based in Japan, so Tokyo was always lit. Sydney was nice, although I prefer Perth. Perth, Australia is like the southwest of America. So Perth is like going to Texas, right? But Sydney is like another big city. It's like LA or New York, right? But Perth is nice because they're like kind of like country out there. They're on the other side of the Australian continent. You know what I'm saying? Like Australia's big. Yeah. So Perth was lit. Guam, I've been to Guam. Guam is just kind of like just go to the commissary, get some shit. I don't really care about Guam. Guam's like whatever. It's an American like territory. But Hong Kong used to be. I used to have so much fun in Hong Kong. Where else did I go, man? Korea's all right. Korea, we used to go there and get some knockoffs. They had like the throwbacks. You can buy like the back in the. You guys remember that shit in the early 2000s when everyone's wearing throwbacks back then, right? Throwbacks and Timberlands. Y'all remember that shit, man? So Korea is where you got the throwbacks, and they weren't authentic, but that shit was as close as you can get, like with the stitching and everything. Nobody can tell the difference, and they even had like Jordans and everything in Korea. They were like damn near authentic. Like you couldn't tell the difference. So we just copped that shit. That's the only thing that I remember about Korea. But yeah, man, Tokyo was always it for me though. Tokyo was always it. Tokyo was just like that's the place. If you trying to party and go out clubbing, that's the place. Singapore, all right. Singapore is all right. It's clean. But they got some crazy laws out there. Like if you spit on the sidewalk, they like can fine you like $500. If you chew gum, they can like arrest you. They got some crazy shit in Singapore, and a lot of the chicks out there are stuck up. I'm just keeping it real. Any Singaporean chicks listening, I'm sorry, but like y'all stuck up. Big Dog with that super chat. He says Paul is taking advantage of boxing shortcomings. Facts. 100%. And Big Dog, he actually says it, bro. He actually says it. He's like, boxing's weak. Boxing ain't shit. So boxing needs Jake Paul. That's what he says. So he said, Expert Genius says, my dad can talk about the club scene in Germany. Yeah, so you got those cats over there in Europe. I never experienced Europe. I was always in Asia, but I heard Germany get lit. Omega Red. Even the police was nice to me in Perth. Yeah, Perth is nice. Perth is nice, bro. Perth is nice. Like Perth, man. I remember that was like the first time I was told that I had an accent. Like I went to Sydney. It's like people in Sydney don't care because it's like a big city. They listen to American TV all the time, whatever. And they don't like they got an accent in Sydney, but in Perth they got like a real distinct like Australian accent, right? So that was the first time an Aussie chick came up to me and was like, "Hey mate, you got a nice accent." And I'm like, "What? I don't got an accent. Like this, I'm coming from America, man. I don't know. I had American accent. What's that?" And then another real quick story about Perth, man, is me and my boys, we went to a bar and we're like shooting pool at this bar. And this Aussie guy, I was sitting at the bar talking to this Aussie chick, and I thought she was there by herself. And then this Aussie guy came up to me at the bar and was like, "Hey, do you like her?" And I was like, and I'm thinking to myself, is this a fucking trap? I was like, "Yeah, she cool, like what's up?" And he's like, "Oh, that's my girl. Or it's my girlfriend or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, well, I didn't know, man. I apologize." He said, No, it's cool. We like to have fun together." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, that's why we came out here, because we knew you guys were pulling in. We knew the Navy was coming, so we come out here to meet some cool sailors that want to come back to the house and have fun." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" And he's like, "Just me, my girlfriend, her girlfriends, all go back to the house and have fun." And I'm like, I looked at my boy's from Atlanta. My boy's from Atlanta, and he was like, "Hell yeah, you don't gotta ask me twice. Shit, let's go." So yeah, we jumped in the cab, went to this guy's house, him and his girl, and she had like two girlfriends, and this guy had a nice ass place in Perth, man. We were in there, and they were all smoking. We couldn't smoke, obviously, because we were in the military. That shit was tempting though. But in the military, they be doing that random drug test shit. You get popped, they kick you out. So we couldn't do that, but we were drinking. And then, man, those girls got lit. One thing led to another. That's all I'm going to say about that. So I left my little gem of a memory of Perth. I left it there, man. That was some crazy times. They're very welcoming there. They were like not proud, but like they were happy to see Americans and have fun and learn about us. And it was cool to learn about them, But in Sydney, I didn't really feel that too much. Sydney's just a big city, and it's just like, oh, another American dude. You know, no big deal. So it's just different. Expert Genius said I had a throwback Joe Namath and Johnny. Damn, damn, that's nice. Yeah, European club scene in Spain, France, and Germany is hella fun. I heard Europe's lit. I heard Italy's nice. I heard Italy get lit. Yep, they show love to sailors in Perth. Real talk. Yeah, they do. They're buying drinks for us and everything in Perth. Isaiah B, bro, I see you, man. What's good, man? Thanks for dropping by. Watcher. Oh, Watcher. I was born in Perth. He says. See, got a man straight from the land, straight from the land itself. So Watcher, you know what I'm talking about, then, right? I can't make this shit up, man. I went on a Westpac. Never hit Europe. I never hit Europe either. Never hit Europe, but living in Thailand, man, I meet a lot of Europeans out here. Thailand's got a lot more Europeans than Americans. So I meet a lot of guys from Germany, from France, from England. A lot of English out here. A lot of English, Irish, um, Russians. A lot of Russians out here. A lot of Eastern Europeans. Um, Occasionally, I run into Americans out here. Some of them work at the embassy here. They're like Marines or working at the U.S. Embassy. Um, some Americans are like they're like teachers out here. They be teaching English, which, by the way, is a job opportunity for anybody that wants to live out here. You're a native English speaker. You can live and work out here, man. So if that's something you're interested in, hit me up. But yeah, mostly Europeans out here. So I got to kind of know the culture a lot, meeting them, becoming friends with some of them. Um, you know, every I would just say this: European culture, man, and American culture is very different. It's very different. The mindset, the way we think about things. Most European countries, people in Europe are kind of like liberal minded, kind of like most of the governments out there are like, you know, what I don't know what you want to call them. Like they're like more like socialism kind of design uh, governments. Um, or in America, we got all kinds of people in America, so you never know what you run into. But it's very different out there, man. But I've been to Latin America as well. I've been to Panama. I've been to Costa Rica. Panama is amazing. Panama is amazing. Uh, Colombia is nice, but a little bit dangerous. You got to be careful where you go. Ecuador as well. Ecuador is beautiful. Beautiful mountains, ranges, beautiful places to see in Ecuador. But also, you got to be careful. It's good if you know people. They can keep you away from dangerous areas. Um, but out of all of those, Panama is like the one country I would say like, yeah, you can go there by yourself. It's pretty safe in Panama. Um, Panama's great. They got like these buses, man. These old school buses from like the 70s. And they like just blast this salsa music out of the bus. Like in the middle of the day. Buses coming down the street just blasting salsa music. It's like nonstop every single day, like dancing, drinking, partying, and like sex. That's it. That's Panama. It's crazy. Panama, and Panama's a melting pot, bro. So Panama, man, you get girls that are like white like me. Sometimes even blonde hair, blue eyes. But then you get more of like the African descent. Then you get like the mixed, like African European, and then you got the native blood mixed in as well. Like Panama's crazy mixed. A lot of Latin America is like that, but Panama, I really noticed a huge mix. Yeah. So if you like that mixture of culture, Panama's a cool place. But if you go to Argentina, they're like, it's like they're like I would say 90% white in Argentina, and not just white, but like Italian descent. So if you guys didn't know that, right? Even though Argentina was a Spanish colony, and everybody speaks Spanish there, mostly Italians moved there, right? And so majority of the Argentinians actually have Italian descent. So that's why it's Argentinians and like Brazilians. They're like very different, even though they're like neighbors. Mm, 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 mm. Omega says, I know someone who AWOL in Perth. Yep, AWOL and UA happens all the time. Big dog, progressive governments, yeah, whatever you want to call them, man. They usually have more of a social network in Europe. What do they call it? Social. What the fuck's the word? The actual formal word of it. I forget. But yeah, usually have more of a social network there. High taxes, pay for healthcare, pay for um, childbirth, pay for all that type of stuff. People put a lot more money into their taxes, into the government to kind of have like a social umbrella slash network to like take care of the people. I put that in quotes. But yeah, so they have more of a like a social kind of mindset. Most of the Europeans that I meet, most of them are anti-gun, anti like you know, uh, like the idea of like the Second Amendment and all that type of stuff. Um, but Europe has also been like ravaged by war, basically back to back, right? World War I and World War II has been ravaged. The country's like been demolished, or the countries in Europe have been demolished, have been rebuilt, and America's never went through that. So it's just different, the mindset. But yeah, man, I know it's late out there, man. I appreciate everybody dropping by. Y'all some night owls, man. Y'all some night owls. I'm usually about man. I go to bed early. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting old shit. I'm in bed by like 10. I'm in bed by 10. I ain't gonna lie. Um, I'm usually like done. But I also get up early. I get up early. I work out. I do all my stuff like really early. So by the time I eat dinner, like I'm burned out. It's time to sleep. Expert says I just woke up. I see expert man. I see your profile pic, bro. I see you, bro. Expert. I see your profile pic, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah. My my boy Omega though, man. He's always grinding, bro. I always see him on like almost every channel that I follow. I see Omega out there putting that work, showing love to a lot of people, man. All time of the day, night. Shout out to Omega, man. Put in that work. Yeah. So, look, I just wanted, like I said, man, earlier when I first started the stream, um, just want to jump on camera real quick and just kind of show you, like, I'm good. I'm still alive, still on the grind, still fighting the good fight. You know what I mean? You got to keep punching. That's it. Got to keep punching, man. And when times get dark, times get lonely, times get confusing, times get challenging. Sometimes you want to throw caution to the wind. You know what I mean? But you got to think about this. For me, like I always think about like my daughter. You know, like she needs me. So I got to be smart. I gotta be tactful and tactful. Like I gotta operate intelligently. And at the end of the day, man, anybody who is a father or a mother, if there's any females watching the stream right now, like kids, they're just like a beam of love and light. Kids, man. Sometimes, man, when I'm feeling like really down and really low and I'm battling with like PTSD, it's so easy to just pop a bottle and just take a pill and just try to like fight it. But to be honest with you, man, like I just I just take some time to be with my daughter, bro. She's about to be 9. So she's at that age now where she can like we can have like conversations and everything now. So she helps a lot because she's just so positive and she just loves everybody. You know what I mean? Like it's just love and light, you know. And it's just like how could you not absorb that? We like as parents we gotta like recognize that with our kids. You know, I feel like sometimes parents just kind of like get into the routine of like everyday shit, like get your kids dressed up, go to school, and we don't like sit down and like talk to our kids, you know, and like really absorb that like innocence. You know what I'm saying? That is innocence of love, and the kids have a lot of it to offer, man. They just want to be talked to, they want to be hugged, they want to be listened to, you know, and it's cool to like tap in back into your like the own like your own child inside of you. Like we all have it. Like it doesn't go away from birth. You know, we grow up, we become adults, but we still have that child in us. You know, we tap back into that and just into the mind of like our children. You know, and they just take you, man. Like the other day, my daughter just started talking about Peter Pan, man. It started going off on all kinds of crazy, like Neverland, all this crazy shit. I'm like, damn, are you like? I was thinking, man, if adults talk like that, you think they're on shrooms or some shit. They're like on psychedelics. But kids just have that imagination, man. So yeah, man. And my daughter and I, sorry, my daughter's mother and I are separated. So you know she's not always with me. So sometimes I I call my baby's mom and be like, yo, let me talk to her. You know, and it helps. It helps a lot. Mm. These chats keep disappearing, man. I hate this. I ain't gonna do this phone shit again. I don't have my laptop with me right now, man. Jeremiah King, are you gonna watch? Um, yeah, I was saying earlier, bro. You joined a little bit late, but yeah, I'm gonna watch it just for the sake to see if Jake Paul's finally gonna get slept. That's the only reason why. Like I haven't watched. I was saying earlier in the stream, like I haven't watched any of the pre-fight stuff. All this hype. I see some Jake Paul be out there talking dumb shit. I don't have the patience to listen to any of that. I haven't watched any of that. So um, I'm gonna watch it because I was telling everybody in the chat earlier that if you guys didn't know, Jake Paul had Woodley sign a contract, and in the first fight, and in that contract there was a clause saying that he could not knock out Jake Paul. I'm not making this shit up. I'm telling you, I can prove it. So, just food for thought. So now, in the rematch, I'm a little bit intrigued because I think that Woodley might. I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna sleep him. I'm telling you right now. I think he's gonna sleep him. So you heard it here. You heard it here. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because in the first fight, Woodley, I felt he was taking his foot off the gas, and he was pulling back from his punches, in my opinion. And that to me makes sense because Woodley knew in like he signed a contract. So it wasn't worth the risk of trying to land something big and knocking him out. And then, like, I don't know. The contract could have said, if you knock me out, you lose X amount of money or whatever. I like, who knows how that shit was constructed. But to me, it looked like he was pulling away from his punches. So if that is no longer an issue, then I see Woodley putting him to sleep. And that's crazy because Woodley not even a boxer. But that's just what I think about Jake Paul. So I'm going to watch it just for the sake of that. Omega said, I'd be in different communities too. Sometimes boxing gets redundant. Yep. And frustrating. Boxing be getting redundant and frustrating. So I feel you on that. But I watch a lot of basketball and football. So that kind of like puts my mind in other places sometimes. And I do listen to a lot of podcasts as well. It's the therapy. Antoine, happy holidays, man. Happy holidays to you guys, man. I know like 90% of everybody in America right now is getting cold. It's getting cold out there. So maybe you like the cold, but I don't like the damn cold. And that's why my ass is in Thailand. So I don't do that cold shit. I lived in Japan for 3 years and I had enough of that shit in the winter. The roads get all icy. You gotta wear jackets all the time. It's like, I don't remember what it was, but it was like 20 degrees, like 15, 20 degrees. Hell no. Look, man, look at this. Look at that. The sun is bright. The sun is bright. And it's like 80 degrees in December. 80 degrees in December. It gets down to like 70 at night. And even better than that, if you go up north in Thailand, it's like, it drops down to maybe like 50 at night. 45, 50. So I feel you guys out there. It's getting cold. Holiday season. Maybe you got your fireplace. Maybe I hope your heater works good. Cause I don't get down with that cold shit. All right, Antoine, bro. Good night, bro. Have a good night, man. Expert genius, comfort zone. Absolutely, man. And you know, man, expert, bro. It's like that. It's that father-daughter bond too. It's that father-daughter bond for sure. Like, we're really close, man. My daughter looks at me like I'm Superman. You know what I mean? And that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. And sometimes, man, I be getting crazy at her mom and shit. And you just got to take a deep breath because, like, my daughter watches every move that I make. You know, I'm like, I'm her role model. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell, like, my boys back home, they got kids. And they're, like, separated with their baby's mom. And they be going crazy, man. And talking shit about their mom to the kid. Talking shit about the mom in front of, her, like, the kid and the mom. Like, I'm like, bro, man, you just can't. I feel you, man. Baby's mamas, yeah. Some are cool. Some are cool. They work with you. But some of them, they be on that bullshit. And my baby's mom was on that bullshit. So I know exactly what some of these dudes out here are going through. But your kids look at you, man. Especially if you're a man, you got a daughter. Just remember, man, you setting a path for how they look at men in the future. Like when they grow up and they start dating, how you conduct yourself around women and of course their own mom, they see that. They see that. So food for thought. Omega says, I'm in South Carolina, just hot enough to bear and cold enough to bear. So pretty much 90%, unless you're in like Arizona or like, I don't even know, like South Texas maybe, New Mexico maybe. It may not be too bad, but I'm from Arizona and I remember even in Phoenix it would get down to like 30. It'll be like 30, 20, 25, 30, and cold enough for the windshield to like frost over in the morning time. But usually in the afternoon it'll shoot back up to like 70, 75 in Arizona. But that's why we got all those damn snowbirds, man. They be coming down, they be moving to Arizona. And now we got people coming from Cali. We got so many people from Cali in Arizona right now. It's crazy. It's like rare now. It honestly, it's rare to run into a person that's actually born and raised in Arizona. Because so many of people, man, they come from other places. My man Willie's not in here right now, but he's from Phoenix, man. He probably knows what I'm saying. But like that's why, like when the Suns play, when we play like LA teams, it's like 50% Laker fans. Because these dudes are from LA. They just live in Phoenix. Real talk. I don't know if you guys get that over there, like in the South. You know, because all the states are really close to one another. And I don't know how it works in like New York when you got Brooklyn, you got the Nets, and then you got the Knicks. I don't know how that shit works. But for us, it's like rare. Like even in the NFL, when the Cardinals play, like we play the Rams, we get a bunch of Rams fans. We get a lot of Cowboy fans. We got a shitload of Cowboy fans coming in the stadium in Arizona. People moving from Texas to Arizona. So Arizona's kind of a state where, like, I don't know, population's like 5 million, and I promise you, like 2 million are like not even born in the state. Omega Red said I was freezing in Washington State. Couldn't wait to get back to South. Bro, I ain't never living in Washington State. I ain't never living there, bro. Like, no disrespect to anybody from Washington State. I don't know how you guys live there, man. I only lived there for like maybe 2 3 weeks. I was processing out of the Navy, and every sailor knows you have to process out, or you used to. I don't know if it changed, but when I got out, you had to go through Bremerton, Washington, and it just rains all the time. It's rainy, it's wet, and I don't know, man. It's just the weather's miserable, and the people be looking miserable. I mean, I guess if you're living there, you don't think about it. But I'm telling you. Expert Genius says, my girl's son sees how I treat her. My girl's son sees how I treat her, looks up to me, so I'm giving him a good example. Facts. Facts. Kids watch everything. Kids watch and listen to everything. Like, even if you are in the garage, like, working on your car, and you lose your shit throwing F-bombs everywhere, and you know, and kicking shit over, you know, like, kids watch everything, man. Everything. So, for real, you got to set the example, man. And that's some real shit right there. Like men setting the example for their sons or their stepsons. That shit's real too. That shit's real too, because, you know, boys need their dads, man. I was the opposite. I grew up with my dad. I grew up mostly with my dad, so I grew up in a very masculine home. But that shit hurt me in different ways, because I never had a mother figure. You know, I never had like the nurturing part. That's what moms do. They nurture you. You know, they give you that like real love. You know, my dad was like really tough. He like never really told me he loved me. I can only remember like 2 times in my whole life. Well, he does now because he's like older. You know what I'm saying? And he's like old and broken down, and you know, he's trying to reconnect with his kids. But like when I was growing up, I can only think of like 2 times. So it's always different, right? When girls, they grow up with their moms and they don't have a dad, they don't have a role model to look up to like they don't know how to like they don't know how to, how can I put it? They don't know how to like model the type of man that they should be with, right? Because they don't have a role model in their life. They don't have like a man to show them what a man should be. I would argue that I don't want to say that, man, because that'll put me on a slippery slope. But men are just, it's important to be in daughters' lives. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna take it any further than that. I would say I would say it's more important for boys to have both. I'll just say that. It's more important for boys to have both mom and dad in their life. Yeah. Because if you don't have your mom, you don't get that nurturing, that love, that care it's going to be hard to get from a male figure in your life, right? But at the same time, you need your dad too, because your dad's going to set the standard. You know what I'm saying? Your dad's going to teach you to really like be a man. You know, it's hard for a woman to teach a young boy, a young man, to how to be a real man. You need a man to do that shit. That's a whole nother like deep topic. Whole nother deep topic. Washington, rainy and cold this time of the year. Yup. I can't live there. Shakir Spirit, what's good, bro? He says, in Atlanta, it's been 70 all week. Global warming, not that bad. Damn. 70 all week. Shit. I consider that lucky. Omega Red, I hated it. I was there for a year, raining and depressing. It's bro. A year? Damn. I was there for 2 months and I was losing my damn mind. Vancouver was dope though. For some reason it felt warmer there. Damn, I never been to Canada. When I was younger, I wanted to move to Vancouver. I met Busta Rhymes in Vancouver. That was shit. Busta Rhymes? That's a legend. That's a legend right there, Busta. But yeah, man, look, I appreciate everyone dropping by, man. I know it's late. I don't want to keep you guys up. It's always cool to like chop it up with you guys, man. It's just like I said, man, it's family. It's nothing to me. But it is daytime for me, and I I got nothing but time. It's Saturday. I'm chilling. Got my workout. So I'm just chilling, man. Chilling with the family right now. But I realize it's late for you guys, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. But I just wanted to get this initial video out. Just kind of let you guys know, like, I'm good. I've been going through some stuff. I had to take some time away, but I'm good. I'm alive, and I'm finding my outlets to help me recover and get over some of like these unfortunate things that I've had to go through the past couple of weeks. But I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna be back with some real fire and some real vengeance. I'm telling you. Like, even though I've been gone, man, I've been seeing some things out here. And I've been paying attention. I tell you guys, man, I'm like a vigilante out here, bro. I roam the streets, and I keep receipts. That should just rhyme too. So I'll just leave it at that. Leave it at that, man. But yeah, man, before you guys head up out of here, just hit that like button, just get that out of the way. And then yeah, man, I'll be back on here. Let's see. I'll probably do a post-fight thought. Let's see that. Oh, by the way, Beater Bev, bro. Y'all look out, man. Watch out for Arthur Beater Bev, man. I'm telling you. I didn't drop an official prediction because I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't dropped an official prediction, but I'm telling you, Arthur Beater Bev, man. So I'm gonna just put that out there. So I'll probably do a post-fight thoughts of that fight, and also I'll probably do one with Jake Paul and Woodley just for the hell of it. Not that I really want to, but especially if he gets put to sleep, I'll probably just make a 2-minute video laughing my ass off. So you guys can have that to look forward to. Your boy, he's good, still alive. I'm just bad. I can't do this YouTube shit if I'm not in the right mind, man. I just can't. I need time. Like, I'm the type of dude that I just need time to get over stuff, man. I can't just like I don't like to bullshit my way through anything. Like, I don't want to get on the mic just for the sake of making a video. This for me is a hobby. This for me is like connecting with like a family from a different family type shit, you know? And the family has grown in a very short amount of time, and I'm very thankful for that, for all the followers and subscribers to the channel. And that's what it is to me. That's what this YouTube stuff is for me. So for me, I don't do it I got to get a video out because got to get the views up or whatever. Like, nah. Like, I want to give you guys quality. I want engagement. I want to do it. Like, I want to do it for real. So that's why I took the time, man. And I appreciate everybody's patience and understanding. It means a lot to me that you guys put the comments into the community post that I made. And it just means so much to me, man. And I appreciate you. It really makes me feel like, man, a lot of people have love for me and support for me. I got to come back now. You know what I mean? I got to come back and get get these videos out and get these conversations out there. So just know that I appreciate you guys a lot. I missed the fight tonight. Was watching the Lakers get beat up. Man, I don't know what's going on with the Lakers, bro. For me, like I'm a Suns fan, so it's already like natural to not like the Lakers, obviously. But to be honest with you, I don't know what's going on with them, man. It's like you look at their roster, it's crazy. It's like you got AD, LeBron, and Westbrook, but they can't be consistent. Like LeBron was crazy for like 5 games, and then they just drop off for like 3 games. And so the way I see the Lakers, man, they might make the play in. Like they might get like eighth, ninth seed, the way they're playing right now. But this isn't like this is like the last chance for LeBron, bro. Like he might have another year or whatever left in him. And I know a lot of people are talking about like, oh, look how good he looks at 36, 37. Like, yeah, that's cool. Like I respect him a lot for what he's able to do at his age. This dude is an anomaly. This guy blows my mind. Like y'all see his vertical at 30, whatever the fuck he is. It's crazy, right? But at the end of the day, man, he's been in the league for like 16 years or some shit. Like he can't sustain. So they gotta do something, man. Omega Red, they gotta do something, bro. Cause I'm telling you, the Suns are hot. The Suns are hot, man. And I'm not even saying that because I'm a Suns fan. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. And the scary thing about the Suns though now is they're deep. They're deep. Like when they made their finals run, everybody was out there like, yeah, they got lucky. They beat a beat up Lakers. They beat a beat up Clippers. You know, the only one they were given credit for was the Denver win. But then they said, oh well, they didn't have Murray, right? So they shitted on the Suns all throughout the playoffs. So cool. But now they're like what? Tied for first best in the league. And they're better now than they were last year. And you know what's crazy? Devin Booker is on the bench. Devin Booker is on the bench, bro. You know James Jones is a beast. James Jones is an absolute savage when it comes to making teams. This dude knows what he's doing, bro. Like some of the moves that he made, right? When the Suns went 8-0 in the bubble, I was like, that's pretty good run. But when he started they got rid of Rubio, they brought in CP3. Even for me, I was like, man, CP3 old, bro. Like they just went 8-0 in the bubble. Like don't break it up. But you know what, man? James Jones, bro. He knows how to make a championship team. He knows how to make a championship team. Look at what he did. Brought in CP3. You molded Cam Johnson. This dude he's lighting shit up. Mikal Bridges is highly underrated, right? This dude D's up LeBron. He D's up like everybody. He D's up every big shooter in the league, right? CP3 is just masterful. The dude's mid range is insane, and you can't guard CP3, bro. Like you can't, like, is he gonna pull up or is he gonna lay it off for Ayton? Or whatever, like he's one of the best point guards to ever do it, right? So then the best move that they made is they brought in McGee to back up Ayton. So now you got a veteran center who just today they played the Wizards, and this dude put up like some like stupid numbers, like I don't know what it was, like 14 and like 12 or whatever, coming off the bench. Hey, Lakers in trouble, bro. Omega, Lakers in trouble, bro. Watch the Suns run this shit back, bro. The only threat to the Suns is Golden State right now. Klay Thompson comes back. If he looks good and he's recovered properly, Golden State's a problem. Golden State's a problem too. But in my opinion, bro, like as I see it right now, like right now in the season, in December going into Jan, no team in the East, no team in the East can fuck with the Suns or Golden State. Even the Bucks. Like I know the Bucks just beat the Suns, but you think the Suns are gonna like if they have a rematch? You think the Suns are not gonna be better? They're better now. Now they got Ayton and McGee to deal with Giannis. They switch up on Giannis. They can keep that rotation going for the whole finals if that shit happens again. That's why James Jones is smart, bro. James Jones, man. Let me bring in McGee. Dude, this dude knows how to win. McGee's been a part of championship teams. So there ain't nobody in the East competing with the Suns or the Warriors right now. Period. So that's just me, man. I can rant about basketball and do not get me started on the NFL. I talk about boxing, man, because that's like my number one sport, but I pay attention to everything. My man Town Business. I don't know if you guys know Town Business, but he's a big Golden State fan, I think. I think he's a Golden State fan. So, yeah. We probably get heated. Yeah, he says, expert says the Suns should have won last year. It was hurt when they didn't. Shit, how do you think I felt, bro? I was devastated, man. Hey, but your boy 78 though, he's from Milwaukee. So he was loving that shit. 78. I remember when the Suns went up 2-0 though. 78. You're like, ah shit, it's over. It was 78 was shit. But hey, the Bucks turned it around. They won 4 straight. I would have never predicted that. Like I would like if the Bucks won, I would think go 7, whatever, and a tough series. But I would have never guessed the Bucks win 4 straight like that. And that's because Giannis played out of his damn mind. Giannis was out of his mind, man. He just couldn't know. Like the Suns couldn't stop him. He literally played like Shaq, and like he played like Shaq. Like Shaq played in 2000 when they played the 76ers, when they just like dominated the 70s. Like, do you guys remember that shit? Iverson, 76ers, Lakers finals, and then Iverson went crazy that first game, and the 76ers went up 1-0. Shit. You know what happened? Shaquille O'Neal happened. Shaquille O'Neal. There ain't nobody stopping Shaquille. You think Mutombo is gonna stop Shaquille O'Neal? Shaquille O'Neal dominated that series. Hell yeah, Iverson was that was like growing up, man. Everyone liked Jordan. Some people liked Tracy McGrady. Some people liked Dwayne Wade or whatever. But for me, I was an Iverson fan as well. I was a huge Iverson fan. You know why? Because he represents the short people, bro. Iverson out there, barely 5'11", dunking on people, pulling up mid ranges on 7-footers. I think people never really appreciated Iverson, man. So, yeah, man, I can talk about basketball all day with you guys, man. All day. But you know what, man? I got some chicks hit me up on the DL, bro. I got to reply to them. I'm blowing up my phone, so I got to get back to these chicks, man. It's Saturday. You know how it is out here on Saturdays, bro. You got to handle that business. So I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everyone. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave, man. And this is just me making the video, just chopping it up. Just letting you guys know that I'm going to watch the Woodley, Jake Paul shit. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm still here and all that good stuff. Just drop this video real quick. And then I'll be back on here doing some post-fight thoughts and get the ball rolling up soon, man. So I appreciate you guys, man. I gotta get back. I gotta handle my business, man. I gotta handle my business out here, man. I appreciate you guys. Y'all stay up. I'm out, man. Thank you for all the love too and the support, man. For real, I appreciate you guys, man.